I met another version of myself. The version who had no boundaries, escaping life, trying to trick themselves into moments of happiness. It was nothing more than chasing adrenaline. Chasing a game that only existed because I needed to feel in control. I remember I was a 6-year-old, right? I was put on this bus to go on a holiday. Dad sobbed uncontrollably, just looking over his steering wheel, and I smiled a goodbye. I was so excited. I had a new colouring in book, and I had this Hawaiian doll and an optimism of adventure. Well, on arrival in the streets of Sydney, where the Greyhound bus terminal stopped, I remember walking the streets, right? I remember walking the streets and I was scared. I'd never felt so scared. I was in the middle of the city. I'd never heard sirens. I was so scared. But I remember walking up these set of stairs. It was this old, smoky hotel room, right? And I remember, there was 2 beds there. And you know that movie, Big? Tom Hanks? You know that movie, right? Yeah. It was like that. I stayed awake all night, making sure that I was going to be safe. The sunlight brought safety. So we got back on the bus and we drove again, and we're arriving in the dark to a smoky Greyhound terminal. And yeah, that's right, this tall, handsome man, he met us. Me, Mum, my sisters. And he gave us half a can of Sun Cola. I reckon this was the first time I'd been able to drink out of my very own can. I remember we got prompted to say thank you. And we were reminded how lucky we were. So we got in the back of this station wagon. I had no idea where I was being taken. And I had no idea where I was going to sleep. I watched the city lights go behind me. We drove into the darkness forever. Oh, it was forever. But all the time, I held on to that can, smiling and saying how lucky I was. All the time I was on alert, though, knowing that I had to make sure that I was going to be safe. We arrived at this caravan. Oh, this was to be my new home. We had 1 suitcase. Now, I didn't know at the time that's all we had. My fight for life, to read people, to read environments, to know where I could run away. Now, that was instilled to me on that very day. I reckon I'm going to forever be on guard because of that day. I had a side that liked the sex, the drugs, the gambling, drinking. But what I learned is that's a lie. Drinking, sex, gambling, that's a lie. That's the thief that takes the happiness away. The thief. The thief that robs you all of what God has given you. Yeah, that's what I know. Alcohol and drugs is a thief. Robs your memory, takes your emotions by the throat, distorts them, and then holds you to ransom as you self-loathe all of what you did under its control. There have been moments of bliss I've experienced without that thief holding me to ransom. And in those moments, I know I'm alive. So now I chose this life of calm and safety. knowing that with music, with breath and laughter and creativity, I can be fully present in my orgasm. I mean, of course, there's times when I want to let go and be ruled by the drug, but I still need to feel in control. I'm going to learn to do it with those boundaries I never gave myself. Thank you for listening.